So every game I play, I'm going to start with the exact same two moves. King pawn up 2 spaces, followed by queen pawn up 2 spaces. I've done something similar to this in the past and actually had pretty good results. And even though there's a good chance I'm going to be losing one or maybe even both of these pawns, you will notice it's going to open up the bishops right away. And it's kind of fighting for control of the center, which is generally what you want to do at the start of the game anyway. So this is going to be interesting to see how this turns out. And quick update from the last stream. You'll notice my rating is 2457. I got some points back for this game. If you guys remember from last time, there was this opponent and I said like they were doing some weird stuff, like trying to hold on to this pawn and then playing moves like g4. And I had a weird feeling. Anyway, the account's closed and I did get those points back. So that's my rating is now back above 2450. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know that that happened. And having said that, here we go with the first rapid game. We're playing a 2500. Wow. All right. E4, D4. We have to do it. Oh, and we get lucky here, which is because those would be the moves I would play anyway against the Caro-Kann. So great. It didn't hurt us this time, but sometimes it does lead to some pretty wild gambits. What's up, Ryan? How you doing? Hey, William. So let's see if we can play our gambit here. Is he going to go for the accepted variation or decline with e3? This is what... Oh, he goes bishop f5. That's a good move. I'll take it. And I think I'm going to play knight f3 here. I could also play queen f3, but against a really strong player, I think this one is just a little bit more solid. Let me attack the knight and force it to make a decision. We'll pre-move the recapture here. And I didn't sleep much last night, so if I'm lacking energy or making lots of blunders, that might be why. Someone in the family, some health issues, not me, but someone else. Anyway, long story, but basically I didn't sleep much. So he pins me. Okay, so we have this. We could defend with the bishop. The other thing that you could sometimes do in situations like this is just give up the pawn for free. For example, if I castle, let him take. He takes. Sorry, takes. And then like move my rook, and I'm down a pawn. But then I'm going to also be losing. Yeah, that's probably too many pawns. So I probably will just have to defend this, I guess. Okay, let's go bishop. I don't really like giving up the bishop for the knight, but it seems like just to relieve the pressure here, we have to do it. And we'll take back with the queen. And I'm keeping my options open. Okay, so we can go both ways. Don't know where black's king is going to be yet, but normally I like to go king side. So let's just keep it that way. We get the rook on the f-file. I would expect black's going to castle here. No, they play h6. Okay, did not expect that move. Should I force the bishop to make a decision or not worry about it? That's what I'm trying to decide. I'm going to play king h1. This is a very useful move because you don't want the queen to cause you problems in the future when your king's on g1. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck it away and get ready for that. Queen sees. Okay, so he's keeping his options open, not telling me which way the king is going to go. Let's play a3 while I kind of wait because I don't really have anywhere to attack just yet. Bishop d6. This is a threat, but it's defended, so we're okay there. I think b4 would probably encourage the king to go this way. Let's see if I'm right about that. And if we see a kingside castle. No, he's still not wanting to castle yet. Okay. We either keep the bishop on this diagonal or we offer a trade. Let's offer a trade and take back with the queen. Now I am down a pawn. Okay, so he's... okay, so this is the threat, right? Of course, my queen would be defending that pawn, so it's not actually a problem, but I would want to take back with the rook to keep the pressure here. So let's see, knight e4 takes. He takes me. Can I trap the bishop with g3? f5, I take it. He takes. It's getting a little bit tricky. So knight e4 takes. Yeah, f5 is the only thing I'm not sure about, guys. We take back. Is that a good position for me? It's probably not so bad. Let's Yeah, let's go. Let's go 94. I think this is okay. Ooh, I didn't see that one. I did not see that one. I don't know that it's like a huge deal because I just moved my queen, but it did surprise me a little bit there. Queen F2 or Queen E2? I don't like that I'm walking into a pin here, so I'm thinking we go to F2. I don't know, maybe there's some world where this battery is beneficial to me also if we move and it start attacking stuff. Queen H4, maybe to hit the bishops this way. Still don't know where the king is going. He castles queenside. Wow. Very surprising. Because I already have these pawns here. Okay. So, I mean, I want to just kind of attack like this, but is that really the best thing to do in this position? I don't know. I do not know. The knight's obviously going to try to jump here, but I have c4. This is actually under attack. So I could defend that. The knight could still jump here, which is a little bit annoying. I could put my knight on c5. I don't know why. Maybe we set up some tactics in the future. Yeah, knight c5 looks pretty good. And if this happens, I think I do unfortunately have to take with the pawn because I need the queen to defend these things. A little bit annoying, but also my opponent's not really thinking at all, which scares me some. They'll scare me a little bit. Okay, now they're thinking. Nope, not that much. G5. Let's say I play A4 and try to get the pawn here to create weaknesses. The knight on D5 is going to be very powerful. I don't like that. So should I play C4? This is a weakness though. Let's do it. I really don't want the knight going to D5. So I'm going to put the pawn there. Now I feel comfortable pushing my A pawn. He's going to push his pawns. Okay, fine. Let's go. This is going to be very interesting. Black's attacking me. I'm attacking black. It's the good old opposite side castling. Okay, so if the pawn goes to H3 and I have to push, is that a big deal? Takes, takes, takes. Yes. If I go here, I'm giving up the G3 square, which is very dangerous. Or is it? But my attack kind of comes first because I'm hitting the knight. So maybe I just go for it. Force the knight to move first, and then we can decide what we're doing here. Okay, he goes back. Of course, I can trade or just leave it. I don't have to trade. I can play A6. And then we recapture, let's just say with the pawn. A6, B6, though. Do I have a way to bust through? B5. Play B5 right now. But then I lose a piece. A6, B6 is the problem, right? Because I want to be able to trade the pawns to open up the files. Can't do that. Although we could jump our knight in there. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It forces the rook off of this. It's probably going to go over here. And then maybe we go here and we start taking... Okay. That's interesting. Let's try. I'm expecting B6 and then I'm going to jump my... Oh, he takes it. He just takes it. Okay. For some reason, I thought this would allow me to open up the file here and get at the king. Am I mistaken? Whoa. What a move. Bishop G3. So I can't take, obviously. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I guess we go back, or do we go out here? I guess we just go back. What a crazy move. Let's open up the file. Ah, that's his plan. It's actually very smart, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to try to defend this way and at the same time attack this way. Okay, so we can get some multi-purpose things going on from the rook here. Okay. I think I'm just going to let him take that, and I think I just go ahead and attack, right? Go ahead, take it if you want. Okay. Okay. Rook. I actually don't have to worry about that. I could take here because this is checkmate. This is a checkmate threat. So he has to deal with the checkmate threat first, right? You guys see that? King goes here. This is checkmate because my pawn is helping. So this is not an option. How does black stop the checkmate, guys? How do they stop the checkmate? Doesn't look easy to do. They moved the... So if I go here, they're going to go king c7? No, is that really... If I take, they take, I go here, hit the queen. They move and I get a queen, no? I think I'm not crazy. Can also get a queen right away, but then the rook takes. That's not good enough. So we have to do it like this. And we come down. Oh, rook d8. I didn't see that, guys. I did not see that one. But do I just take the piece now and then run? Yeah, we take the piece, we run here. It's no checkmate. I do have a piece. There's an awful lot of pawns, though. There's an awful lot of pawns, but I can take this one. Okay, so I should be winning if I don't get flagged. Should be winning. Defend the bishop. Maybe we try to run with the king up here and just take everything. Everything's defended, so... Yeah, let's do it. Let's run. We're going to get away from the queen. We're going to run up here. He's trying to just stop me from doing that. I don't know if this is the right plan, but I gotta just go with something. So the queen's going back there. Okay, I don't think there's a perpetual check. I think I can block with my queen. Now we have this one. If we need it. Okay, so queen there we can block. Threatening this. F5 we just take. Okay, this is an endgame that should be winning, right? This should be winning. Let's attack the pawn. He tries to push, we can just take. These doubled pawns are actually stopping the king from coming in, which is nice. Okay. Let's go check. Let's just put my king here. Yes. Okay, this is easy now. This is easy now. Let's get the queen. Let's go here. Force the king back. And look for the checkmate. All right, let's go. Let's go. Take down the 2500. Let's check the game review. Okay, so not awesome from either side, but we did have a brilliant move there. Let's see what that was. Oh, it was rook takes a7. Okay, sure. So like I said, if they take, we were just going to go checkmate, which is a really beautiful checkmate, by the way. So black was winning because I blundered something right here. This was a blunder. I'm supposed to push the pawn forward. And it's a blunder because h3. h3. Okay, if I do this like I wanted to do. Queen F, well, they could even just take. They could even just take. Queen F4. Wow. And I'm done for. I don't have time to do this because bishop takes F3. And now it's not checkmate anymore. The king just tucks away on C7. And I'm losing my queen and getting mated. Black played E5 instead. Yeah, I felt like black was playing too fast. They weren't really thinking through things and probably could have found that. Ooh, all right. Good game. We're 24-66. Let's go. What's up, Steven? Hey, Rob. Okay, E4, D4. E4, D4. Okay, so we end up here. All right, so this is actually totally fine. This is what I would have played anyway. So far, my strategy of E4, D4 pre-moves has not cost me anything, right? I was going to do this anyway, most likely. So C6. Okay, so we have the exact same opening, almost. I guess this is a slightly different line, but it's another Caro-Kann. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to go with my knight G5 line. Bishop G6 is the move here. See if our opponent knows this. Okay, we take with the bishop. This is my... I'm pretty sure I invented this sacrifice. Like, I don't think anyone used to play this, or maybe nobody still plays it because it's not like that great, but it's good for me. So what's the point? Well, we don't let the king castle easily. We totally open up the e-file. We have this monster knight. And there's all sorts of tricky tactics with the rook coming over, with the bishop coming out, with the queen coming over, with the knight jumping around. Like, it's just very tricky to figure out for black. Witty Alien sacks the knight instead of the bishop. Oh, interesting. In this position? Right here? Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever played that. Although I could see that that would make sense too. Okay, bishop G5 is the best move here. I know this one. And it looks like we're giving up the knight, but we're setting up for a pin if they take it. We will need to trade the bishop for the knight first, because if you pin it right away, the knight will block. So we, okay, that's a mistake, because this pawn, you need to defend that pawn. And as soon as you let me take that pawn, this knight is now a big target. So that's a blunder. I'm pretty sure they were supposed to do maybe king f7 right away or something else. Yeah, this is a mistake. So I think we just go back and we pile up here. So we have 3 pieces attacking it, only 2 defenders. So black is going to lose a piece if they don't figure out something to do. Of course, if you take here, then it just brings my queen into the attack. So okay, that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a forced win. Let's figure out which way to do it. So if we take with the bishop, takes, there's this nasty check, and we lose our rook. Which tells me maybe taking with the rook is the way. Because now if you do try to do that, I can actually block with the rook. Oh, I guess technically I could block with the rook anyway, huh? So we don't necessarily lose the rook. Okay, so we could take with the bishop. But if we take this way and get the bishop here, then we have this checkmate. No, it's actually not checkmate, is it? But it's pretty good because you're going to get this. There's also like moves like just rook e1. We just ignore that for now. Let him take this and move our king. Rook e1, because if we get rid of the bishop, then this is even better. I mean, you can't really go wrong, though, with just taking, and the rook comes up, check. I go back to f2, the knight goes to d7, the other rook comes over. Actually, that doesn't look as good as I want it to look. Maybe I will... Or there's even rook f4. So we defend the pawn, get ready to double up here. Is that better than... Okay, let's say rook e1, queen takes king h1. What's happening? The bishop's under attack. The knight's under attack. So right now, let me think about this. We are down a piece, but we can just take it back for free. So even if I just do this, I'm going into an endgame up a pawn, not to mention his king is it's in really bad shape. So maybe I should just do that. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't know. Yeah, let's just take it. Let's just take it. Okay. Okay. Oh, we can even play rook d1. Rook d1. Let's see. Does it win the knight? Queen g7? Queen g7 maybe saves it. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, I saw that. Just took me about 5 minutes to see mate 1. All right. How did we do? Yes, 96.5. There you go. That's why we play it. Bishop g5. Yep, there's the blunder. We take. We go here. Come in. Okay, Stockfish says, yeah, just take it. That's the best thing. Just take it. And we are threatening checkmate immediately here. And actually, they have no way to stop it unless they sack their queen. Wow, even if they play queen d7. Check. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Queen d8. Oh, yeah, it's just mate. Look at that. Nasty. We are 2471, guys. Let's go. Let's go for 2500. Okay, this is going to be the challenge. E5, d5 with black. Okay. That's not awful. In fact, this is probably fine. We just take it. Knight f3. And I think I just develop a piece. Knight c3, we just swing the queen over. Totally fine. Okay, maybe we just bring out the knight. Let's see, bishop d2 is going to be a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. D2, where does my queen go? Does it go back to b6? Bishop g4, knight c6 castles. This is, okay, so yeah, you always want to like be thinking about where your queen is going to go long term. I mean, I could play c6 and put it back here, but something doesn't feel right about that with the rook going to c1. I think we just be aggressive. Bishop b4, a3. I don't want to have to take that though. So knight c6, bishop d2. Let's say bishop g4 maybe. Where can the knight actually move? Well, it can move here or here. I would always have queen a6 because his bishop's not going to stay here. His bishop's definitely going to be going over here. Okay, let's do it. You just need to make sure you have a safe place for your queen, is what I'm trying to say. As long as you have a safe place for the queen, you're fine, and I think I see it. Okay, he doesn't do that. He goes for bishop g2 instead. Okay, sure. So bishop b4. I could even play e4 here. Takes. I don't think I really want to be greedy and take that pawn anyway if they just castle. I probably need to focus on developing. Developing is probably really important. So, the question is, where do we want to develop these pieces to? I think I just want to get this bishop out. Actually, I don't know that I want to castle queenside. I don't like this. I don't like castling into an open file. That seems very dangerous. Maybe I develop this bishop instead. Yeah, seems to be. Let's go here. Let's go here. We're just going to castle kingside. I just want to get the king out of there. Okay. Now I feel like my king is pretty safe. And we can just kind of play some regular chess from here. Knight d5, offering a trade. Knight d7 seems a bit passive. If this trade happens, this knight is going to be causing me some problems. Maybe can we use the g file, push the f pawn? It's possible. So we could just ignore it, bring out a bishop or something. It's not awful. Okay, let's do it. Let's give ourselves the doubled pawns. And I'm envisioning something like takes, knight here, bishop drops back, then we push f5, we play king h8, rook g8, f4, and attack the king. Okay, he plays a3 instead. Maybe now we go knight d5. I don't know why, just we can get the bishop here. That's kind of annoying for white. Because remember, if they have to play e4, that's a backward pawn for us, right? Backward pawns are easy targets. We line up on the d file. So they don't really want to play e4. If they're not going to play e4, if they ever move their knight, then we just trade off the bishop. We get rid of their annoying bishop. So I like this idea. Now they don't have to take me, but they do. Okay. So we take back. b4, I think, okay, we just move. Like I said, I can also go here. Here, let's see. This one is interesting because if you play a4, I'm just going to grab a pawn, right? Rook b1. I'm actually going to go here. I'm going to maybe play b5 and target this. So b5, we bring the rook somewhere to get away from this guy. And this is a target for me. Okay, there you go. Trade off the bishop. I'm thinking about b5 now. Doesn't really create too many weaknesses. I mean, yes, this knight, but that knight can just move somewhere. And then I can actually maybe even use this here if I need to. And like I said, I like this pressure on the pawn here. Okay. Maybe f6 to shut down the bishop so I can put a rook on the d file. Does open up my king. But once my king gets to h8, I think we're pretty happy. I could try to put my knight on d4 first. And if e3 happens, we drop back and then try to pressure it like this. That looks pretty good. Let's do that. So we're going to reroute the knight to here to hit the bishop. Also opens up more options for my queen. Maybe actually f5 and a queen check, and then f4 could generate a little bit of an attack. Let's see what white does about this knight first. Okay, bishop e3. So I don't think I want to let this trade happen, so probably just continue with the plan of bringing back the knight. Could go here, but then he just moves, and I don't really like my knight there, so we'll just go here. Okay, that's an interesting move because it kind of stops me from moving my f-pawn right now. Kind of makes sense. I'm thinking I bring this rook over. Because f5 looks like a very good move, right? Because if you play f5, you hit the knight, you make that move. And then f4 looks like it's going to get to the king very easily. Especially with the queen being able to join the party easily like this. I like this a lot. So I think taking the rook that's not doing anything, adding it as a defender, also maybe even an attacker. But wait a second, my knight is pinned. Maybe I should play king h8. Because if this happened, it was going to be very annoying with the queen pinning it, right? So now we've dealt with that. It's clear I want to play f5, but I don't know how white's going to stop it now. Okay. I have a check. I could take, then the bishop comes in. Then I don't want to let the rook come in. That's actually a good move. That's a pretty good move. Yeah. Okay, let's just save the queen. If they take, I think I'll take with the rook. And then try to play f5, f4 and attack. Yeah, let's go. I understand I'm losing a pawn, but I don't think that pawn is going to matter if I can get a strong attack off here. Also, if they do take this, I could play rook h6, which is interesting. No, he goes for something else. Okay. Well, I guess let's continue. Make sure I'm not blundering anything. Rook c1, f4. It's one of those situations where clearly white is winning the battle on the queen side. Yeah. So if I can make something happen over here, maybe that's a better chance for me. Bishop c5. Let's trade this pawn first. He's got to react, I think, because this would be too dangerous, I'm pretty sure. I mean, maybe I should have calculated, but my instinct tells me there's no way. Okay. Is it this one? So rook h1. We take, check. King goes here. Maybe I should have played rook h1 first because it would have stopped this, right? I may have messed this one up, guys. Let me think about this. There's also a pin. Unfortunately, there's this queen move which saves him. It saves him. Oh, I see something. I see something, guys. We take first. We take first. We take here. We take here. This is checkmate. Now this is a big deal. So the bishop's no longer defending it. Once my rook is there, this is checkmate. So we'd have to play king g1. And then what do we do? No back rank mates, right, for me? No. You have to stop this checkmate. So he has to play king g1, I think. Okay, so queen f5 threatens mate here. Queen f8. Queen f5 looks better. I can also just take this pawn. So, okay, if I do go for this, you have to play something back, right? Queen d. Ooh, that's a good move. Wow. Didn't see that one. Hope I'm not miscalculating something, because if I miscalculate something, I might just lose. Oh, he can't go there. He can't go there. So I'm trying to defend and attack at the same time, right? That's what I'm trying to do. I am up a pawn, so if we had to trade queens for some reason, we could do that and probably be fine. It's just a question of am I getting mated somehow, but I don't think so. You can't go here. You have to deal with... You forgot? I mean, to be fair, initially when I was calculating it, I was thinking he could go there for some reason. And I only realized later that it wasn't actually a move. But I don't think he had any other things to try, honestly. Okay, so yeah, we were winning, then it was a draw, then we were winning at the end. Okay, so pretty even game all the way up until right here. Let's see what happened. Rook c6 was a blunder. I missed the fact that I could pin it right now, but why does that help me? He's just going to bring the other rook over. Bishop takes b4. Oh, because of the pin. So he sacks his queen and takes my bishop, and we have this position, which is slightly better for me. Yes, and it was better for me. Because this threat is so strong because all his pieces are on the other side of the board that if he doesn't have rook h1 as a way to defend, what are you going to do? Yeah, there's like no move, Stockfish says. If you play h4, now I take, and it's even more powerful because of this amazing sacrifice, which I don't think I was going to see all of this, but it kind of makes logical sense. Yeah, there's so many good moves now that lead to checkmate. Well, I'll show you guys just one example. Check, takes, checkmate, something like that as an example. So, okay, so, oh yeah, this was a big mistake. For me trading first, instead of going immediately, which I was going to do this. I was. And then I was like, oh, I'll just trade first, you know, and I should have. I'll tell you, no, I'll tell you exactly why. In my mind, I was thinking the only way he can stop my threat is h4, okay? So I was thinking to myself, if I trade, now you don't have h4, this is even more powerful, but I forgot that I actually opened up rook h1 as an option for him that didn't exist before, and I didn't quite see all of the fancy shenanigans that happened here with this rook sacrifice, so I didn't realize how powerful it was going to be, okay? So that's what happened. So, all right, so we trade, and then he does find rook h1. But, yeah, I found a pretty good plan of just trading the bishop and then coming in with my rook. Now, he's still in the game if he doesn't make a mistake. Rook takes e2 was a good move. Yeah, queen f7 was the best move, so he found that. h6 was okay, and then he... Oh, that's a losing move. That just loses because of queen g4. Wow. He's just dead lost now. Even if you do something like this, you have no way to keep checking me, and you have no way to stop the checkmate that I have. If you play this, rook e3, and then there's checkmate like that. Yeah, wow. What a game. What a crazy game. And then, of course, the blunder. Yeah, forgot about the queen. Okay, wow. That was a good game. I'm telling you guys, this king pawn, queen pawn, you can't stop it. Seems to be. Oh, joined 13 days ago. Oh, I'm so glad I clicked. I just had a feeling. Joined 13 days ago. Taking a while to play the first move. Telltale signs, guys. Telltale signs. I'm not doing this one. Nope. Looks like it's going to abort anyway, but especially if you ever play someone who takes a while to play the first move, you should always be suspicious, because what could they possibly be doing in those first 30 seconds apart from playing the first move? Okay. Probably a good thing. Ooh, International Master. E4, D4, pre-move. Let's go. Okay. Wow. So let's see. How does a strong International Master play against this? Let's see. This is going to be very interesting. Knight f6. Okay. Here we go. Okay, bishop f5. I expect we will definitely see. Okay, e6. Let's see. I wonder if he studied my line. We're about to find out. We are about to find out. Let's go. Let's go. What's he going to do? Okay, queen d7. Okay, this is good. It's very good that he's thinking now, because if he would have played this next move quickly, I would have known we were in trouble. But the fact that he's thinking means maybe we have a chance here. I don't want to say what the best move is in case this person's watching the stream, but if they play the best move, then they definitely have an advantage going into the middle game. And that's a risk, right? Whenever you play a dubious gambit, there's always the risk that if they play the best line, you're going to just be in a bad... Oh, okay. This one, yeah, this one is interesting. So we have to trade first because we want to pin the queen and we don't want knight e4. So we're going to take and play rook e1. He's basically saying, look, I'm giving up my queen, but I have two bishops and a rook for the queen, which really is better than a queen. The only compensation that I have is that his king is not exactly safe. But this is a good line. Yeah, this is smart from the IM. So I have to figure out how to put the pressure on here. before he mobilizes his troops. D5 I don't like because bishop C5 check. And then rook E8. So I don't think that's the way. Knight E4, yeah, I don't know what the idea is. Queen F2 and rook F1 would attack here, but then there's knight D7. Yeah, so how do we actually do this? Queen G3, so we can jump in on C7 to hit the knight. Might be annoying. Yeah, maybe Queen G3. Because we have to, like, somehow put pressure on the fact that his king is weak. So he stops that, but he puts his knight on the edge of the board. Okay. So now what? We bring a rook somewhere. Rook E1. He's going to play rook G8 probably. I would like to be able to attack something. So let's just say here, and then we could attack this, although that's pretty easy to defend. We could play A3 just to keep the knight and bishop from having a good place to go to. Might be too slow. Let's go rook F1, because we might even set up some sacrifices here, right? Like, we are threatening that. So he's got to deal with that. Of course, he's going to see it, though. Of course, he's going to see it. Did he see it? Did he see it? Wait a second. Takes, check. King moves here, and I take the rook. It doesn't look so bad for me, because once the pawn's out of the way, the king is going to be hard for him to defend, right? Okay. Okay, he did see it, I guess, because he's pre-moving this stuff. Ah, he wants to go bishop. That's clever. Well, I think I only have one move here, so probably should play it. I'm gonna go bishop. That's actually smart. Okay. I may have got tricked. You may have tricked me there. I didn't see this. So, yeah, the bishops are strong. Bishops are real strong like this. And I don't know where to put my queen. Here forces the rook to capture. And then what? Queen here. What a mess we have here. Okay, I have to be careful of the pin, all right? That's the big thing. So I'm probably going to play king f1 to get away from that. But he's going to move his rook somewhere, I'm sure, and threaten this. Never mind, he's not going to do that. Queen e2 to defend. No, I can't defend. He's got two attackers. Never mind. Wow. Yeah, we're in trouble, guys. I think we're just in trouble. It's too many pieces. And he's got them positioned very, very well. Okay, I'm going to go here. Try to get at the king. Maybe I'll play h4, h5, or if I could use my knight, that would be nice, but there's just not much we can do here. I actually think that giving the queen up is one of the stockfish lines, and if they play that, you just have to accept the fact that you don't have as good of a position. Okay, it almost looks like a fork, but I guess he just goes back. Oh, he has bishop d4 check. I'll play it anyway. What else am I going to do? Okay, he goes back. So we could go back and make him come up with a new move. Or we could go here. I'm going to go here. You just have to be annoying with the queen and hope he makes a mistake, right? That's really all you can do. Now, then the thing is, a lot of people don't want to go into this line, right? Because they see like, oh, I'm losing my queen. And most people kind of just shut it off. Like, nope, I'm not going to do that. That can't be the right decision. But if you actually stop and calculate how many pieces you're getting for it, like this guy did, that's very reasonable, actually. So, yeah. So we're attacking these two things, and he can't defend with the rook anymore. The question is he going to play something like this and then somehow checkmate me with all these pieces? No, he's not. He goes for that. So we have check, check. Let me go with this one. I can take one pawn, but it doesn't seem super helpful. He goes there. I can go queen e5, but why? All right, let's go ahead and take a pawn. Maybe I'll play like h4 because then my king feels a little safer because I always have this place to run to. Yeah, let's play h4. Now I don't feel like I'm going to get mated somehow that easily. I can just run around. Can't take the pawn because it's pinned. Can't move your rook. You're getting in trouble, so he's going to do something else. He only has 3 pawns left. So if we stop him from getting a queen, right? Like, I don't know. Like, if you imagine if all the pawns are off the board, could he actually win with this against the queen and the knight? I don't know, right? So it's important that I don't like lose my pawns and let him push these and get a queen. That's, you know, the biggest risk. Whoa! For some reason, I thought I had a... They're both defended. Serious? How did I miss that? I thought that there was 2 pieces I could take, and they're both defended. Unbelievable. That's bad. I didn't see that. Okay, we have a problem now, guys. Now we have a problem. I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. I mean, I want to move my knight somewhere, but this just feels like, what am I doing with my knight? I think we're in trouble. I missed it. I totally missed it. Okay, we have to get away from that. We have to get away from that. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah. Check. Bishop e3. It's over. That's even better. That's even better. I mean, I think he probably played like a pretty much perfect game. Let's see. Let's see how perfect it was. And this illustrates a very important point. Okay, not perfect, but good enough. If you play these... Actually, no, I did. Wow. Actually, no, I got into a decent position. So I was going to say, if you play a dubious gambit and they play, you know, a good game, you just never get a chance. But no, I had my chance. So he did mess up. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, it was my little trap. It was my little trap. Oh. Oh, I vaguely, like for a split second, I did think about this. And then I was like, whatever. And I just moved too quickly. What's the move for white, guys? What's the move for white? Yeah, somebody said it. Instead of going for this rook, I could have went for the other rook. And that is a huge difference. This rook is not doing anything stuck in the corner. This rook is really annoying on the d file. So if I have the option, which rook would I take? Of course, you take the active rook. You leave the one in the corner. And he blundered right into it, and I just moved too fast. I played this move instantly. And because I remember as soon as he played it, I thought to myself, like, oh, that's interesting. There's almost like a, you know, either way. And then, whatever. And I just sort of didn't think about it anymore. I would have done this way. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in this position. Now my queen is just taking everything. His rook is awful. That's all we had to do. So okay, that's good to know. Even international masters, when presented with an opening like this, can make mistakes. Now he played a perfect line here. This is the second stockfish move. The first one is king d7. You like run your king over here. That's the first engine line. The second one is you take with this and you sack the queen back. So he did play a very good line. And then, yeah, he messed up here. He should have gone the other way. And then he didn't see my trick at all and blundered that. And so I had my opportunities and I just threw it away. And now after this, yeah, now I'm just in trouble. Once the pieces get super active like this and everybody is defending everybody, you can't do anything with the queen, right? There's literally nothing I can take because everything's defended. That was the problem I had. And then, of course, this one I didn't see, but I couldn't do that. Wow. We were this close, guys. Ah. Oh, I can't move my king like that. Sorry. Okay. So against e4, knight f3, this is the elephant gambit, which is a legitimate opening. We take the pawn. You say, go ahead, bring out your bishop. No, nobody wants to do it because everybody knows, I guess. I think here you just... Do we just take it? Bishop d3, though? Do we en passant this, guys, or not? What am I supposed to do? Do we en passant? The thing is, then his bishop comes out, he castles. It looks really easy. It looks really easy for a while. I don't think we should do that. I think we should attack this guy instead. Let's make him think. Let's make him think about what to do with this knight. Because I am threatening to probably take it. Take here, get the knight out, bring out my bishop, castle. So he goes there. Okay, fair. Let's just develop quickly. We won't worry about losing the bishop pair at this moment because it does take white some time. And we get a little bit of lead in development. Now we have a target. Okay, so he defends. And I guess we just go here. Or we play h5 and go bishop g4 if we really want to get fancy. Do I want to get fancy? Yeah, I mean, I like being fancy. I like being fancy. Bishop g5, though. Do I care about that? Because the point is now we can open up. Let's do it. Let's get fancy. We're going to go bishop g4 and use the pawn. to open up the rook. We're going to castle this way, of course. Play aggressive. He just goes there. Okay, so he wants to take this. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. Uh-huh. Takes. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Let's do it. Wait a second. Am I giving up too many pawns? Hold on. Hold your horses, Nelson. Am I giving up too many pawns? Maybe I should slow down and play queen d5. Not give him everything. The thing about queen d5 is if he takes me and I take, queen takes, I'm having a hard time evaluating that position. I do have f5 though, and then we castle. Okay, let's go. I'm trying to hold on to this pawn because I think this pawn's a little annoying for him. So I'm thinking something like takes, f5. Maybe queen g5 would be annoying to stop me from castling though. Okay, but we could just go king d7 and then bring the rook over that way. And I think we have some decent compensation for what I have given up. Looks like that's what we're going to see. Try to play it quickly here. Maybe gain a little bit of time. Oh, he goes queen b3. So 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. So we're not down any pawns. So we could trade and take it to the endgame and try to play like Capablanca. Or we just go like here, setting a little trap. And if he castles, we castle and we play that position. But then do we have to worry about this? Yeah, I mean, maybe I will, actually. Maybe I will take it. Let's do it. Let's play an endgame here. Because I like f5. I like that these guys are really well defended. This is an annoying problem for him, right? Because if you ever move your rook, I take your pawn. If you ever try to push your pawn, I take here. And you end up with an isolated pawn that I'm going to probably be able to win. So he goes for the king. He wants to go like this. Isn't that interesting? That's very interesting. I could stop it though. I could stop. I'm gonna stop it. So if he tries to play king e3 now, I just say thank you very much. Knight to d5 check, and you have to go back. And then I say check again, and you have to go back. Or up. I guess if you come up, then I take this. So you probably have to go back. Yeah. So I don't think he's gonna do that. He's gonna play c4. Then I could castle. Hit the pawn. Oh, we can't castle. This guy. That's a problem. Can't castle. So c4, what do we do? a6? No, he doesn't do that. He plays f3. Okay, I was not expecting that at all. I see what's going on. Okay, let's take it. Let's bring my knight in, I guess. Should I bring my knight in, guys? Should I do it? Oh, no! What was knight c? I was just trying to put the knight like somewhere that it couldn't move. I forgot that like knights can move backwards and go there, and I just dropped it there. We had a great position. We had a great position until I did that. Now my position is awful. Because now my rook is stuck. I can't castle. My knight is doing nothing. And here he comes. Here he comes. Man. For the laugh. I'm glad you guys can laugh about it. I'm glad you can laugh about it. Knight to c8. Ugh. You know what I'm going to do, right? Move it back out now. You're welcome for the free moves, buddy. You're welcome for the 2 free moves that I just gave you. Ah, that's huge, guys. That's huge. I'm going to lose my pawn probably. I can try to... I'm going to have to castle this way now to try to defend it like this. This is not what I wanted to do at all. Knight to c8. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse, but still. This is awful. All right, let's bring the rook. Try to focus again. Game is still going on. Don't quit just yet, Nelson. Don't give up just yet. If I go here, takes, he's going to take... No, he can't because we have this. So I actually don't lose a pawn. Or do I? This pawn. I lose this pawn. So I have to take with the rook, but then he takes. I do lose a pawn. But then my rook comes in. And we might be able to hold on to a draw, which honestly, after this awful move, it's probably the best thing I can hope for. So yeah, let's do it. Because otherwise he's just going to bring his rook over and win my pawns, and then he's going to have this guy, and I'm in trouble. Oh, wait. No, if I take it, it's check. So he didn't have time to take this. Oh, yeah. So actually I could take with the pawn. Interesting. Okay. So, huh. Maybe I'm not out of this one yet. Okay. Well, somehow maybe we got a little lucky. All right, so I mean, we could take, and then I don't know. We're losing this pawn. Probably not ideal. We could. Oh, that's actually a pretty good move. Actually, a pretty good move. I didn't see that. Oh, So if I try to do something fancy, like go here, what's going to happen? He takes me. I could jump into f3. He trades. And then what? What is happening there? I take with the rook or the king? I don't know. Still a pretty bad position, huh? The other thing I could do is just sack this, move my king up. When he goes there, we trade, move my king up again, and try to somehow survive that position. Yeah, what would I rather do, right? This one? I could also take with the knight. Something just doesn't feel right about that. I think I should try to take a draw. I messed up. I think I should just go for the draw. There's just nothing good I can do at this point. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go for the draw and hope we can do it. So we could defend that. Or we just say, you know what? I'm going over here. I'm going to get this pawn, but I'm going to lose everything. I'm literally going to lose everything. Can't do that. I can't do that. So this is going to be a threat. Let's see. Here. I don't think we can do that. B6 to try to slow him down. Maybe A5 kind of slows him down a little bit. Because you can't use these two pawns easily now. Can come with your king. Let's try to play b6. Man, at some point I'm going to have to go with my rook, I think. It's just a question of when is the right time. Because the really bad thing about the position is my king is cut off, right? I can't leave it like this indefinitely. I'm going to have to just make a trade at some point. Although if he tries to get... Okay, he's going there. I guess we get the king as close as we can. Didn't see that idea. That's actually a smart idea. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's try to be active. Try to take some pawns. I don't know what else to say. Technically, I could try to defend, but... No, he could always force the issue. Try to get tricky. Try to make some magic happen here. He's playing very fast, so maybe he makes a mistake. You never know. You never know. B5 is probably not good enough. There in C6. If I play C6, rook here, takes B5. Shoot, I wish I had time to calculate it. I wish I had time to calculate it, guys. I think we gotta just hope this works for me. Oh, he has that one. Try to get tricky. Try to get tricky. Aha. Rook here, that should be a draw, no? Takes... Yeah, that should be a draw. Okay. Maybe we did it. Maybe we did it. Question is he going to flag me, though? That's the big question, right? Is he going to flag me? Rook f4. Okay, this should be a draw. Should be a draw. He's trying to flag me. It's not going to happen, buddy. It's not going to happen. Because all I have to do is make 50 moves, you know? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I don't usually laugh at my opponents, but um mm, mm. I mean, he literally walked his king over to the edge of the board. I was like, I may as well walk up, you know, and then he's going to have to just check me, but he didn't check me. Wow. Okay, I'm just curious. How close were we to drawing? So, by the way, if you guys are not familiar with the rule, once it's 50 moves without a pawn move or a capture, I believe. Okay, so if we go back to where was the last pawn move or capture? Right here. Okay, so this is move 52. So I have to make it to move 102, and it's a draw because there will be no pawn moves and no captures, right? So that was 152, and we were on move number 87. 87. So yeah, I mean, maybe he could have flagged me if he didn't get checkmated. Probably not. 9 seconds for like what, roughly like 15 moves or something. So yeah, I probably would have been fine. Just had to pre-move a couple here and there, but I will take it. I will take it. Now we do need to go back. I want to see. I want to see how bad the knight c8 move was. Was it really bad, or was it just like mildly bad? Okay, we had kind of high accuracy because of all the rook moves at the end. I think they count them as good moves, but okay. So yeah, he kind of messes up, and I think I was gonna play. I think I probably would have played king d7 or maybe a6 and get ready to cast. Like I was kind of still thinking through some of this, but it's -5 and then it goes plus. Okay, so it really wasn't as bad as it could have been. I guess you see the eval bar swing, but not as awful as I thought it was actually. And then we do just have to go back. That's really all there is to do. Well, that's a blunder. Knight f5 wins? Whoa. Knight f5 is a winning move. It's just a free pawn. I have no threat. It's just a free pawn. I didn't even see that. He didn't see it. I didn't see it. He goes here. Yeah, and then I'm just trying to hold on. And then we got tricky. So, by the way, guys, if you're wondering, I'll show you this. The reason that this is a draw, right, is because if he tries to defend his pawn, I can now take, which is forcing the trade, and it lures his king away, so I can now come up. And even though he can defend his pawn, if you know your king and pawn endings, you know this is a draw, right? Actually, pop quiz time for you guys. If it's my turn and I want to draw this position, what should I do? What should I do? I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 moves that I could play. Which one should I play? Only one of them is the best. Ooh, okay. A lot of people are saying King H4. Wow, I'm glad I showed you guys this. King H4 is, by the way, the only losing move. And King G6 is the move you should play. Now, technically, you can get away with playing any of these moves, but only because the pawn is not far enough advanced. But really, this is the correct move. Okay, so first things first. The pawn has to come down here. So you would never want to play King H4 because now you allow the king to escort the pawn. And your king is actually stuck from coming this way. You have to run this way. And he just gets a queen. So first things first, always keep your king in front of the pawn. Never try to go around behind or beside if you're trying to get a draw, okay? So this is the correct move. And the reason is because when they come down, we always want to be able to get the opposition with our king. We want to mirror their king exactly. We want to play the move. If you play, going back here, if you play this one, you allow them to get the opposition, which is not what you want. Now, in this particular position, it doesn't matter. But if you keep making that mistake, all the way down the board and you do it again here, now you lose. See the eval bar? Because now when you let them get the opposition, you try to come over and blockade it, they push and it forces you out. You have to leave, they come up, and then they get the queen and they win. Okay? So the correct move is always going to be to go straight back behind the pawn. And whenever they come up, you get the opposition, you directly oppose their king, and now watch what happens. Check. The king comes over, it's their turn, and when they go here, they stalemate you. It's a stalemate. They have no way to force your king out. So all you have to remember is you get the opposition, okay? But if you forget, you play the wrong move, oops, it works out in their favor, it forces your king to leave, and you lose. So there's only one correct move in this position, okay? All right, guys, that's the secret there. Okay, wow. I cannot believe that that's how we won that game. I mean, that is just incredible. Man. Okay, 2,400. Here we go. E5, D5. Let's go. Depending on what he plays. Okay, we might see another elephant gambit. Yes, we do. Elephant gambit. Okay, he takes. And I believe we have to push here. Attack the knight. Queen E2, sure. We can defend it. And then we come out with the queen, I think is the main move here. He plays knight c3 right away. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Is it bishop b4? I have to remember this one, guys. I have to remember this one. Let's see. So bishop to b4 castles. Takes. Looks pretty good for us. Yeah, I think bishop b4 should be a safe. Actually, wait, bishop b4, did we get forked? Hold on, bishop b4, we actually might lose a piece. What am I saying? Why can't I remember what to do here? Wait, no, hold up. Bishop b4, hold on. It's not that simple. It's yes, it is a fork, but we actually have c6. He takes, and then we take the knight, which I think is an okay position for us, right? I think I've played this before. Let's go. I think I've played it before. It's taking me a while to remember. Okay, so he takes here, and I'm going to get the king out of the center immediately so that we can start to have ideas of threatening the pin. Pin it to win it. This is why it's dangerous to put your king and queen in line here. So we will take with the queen out. If I take with the pawn... this is interesting. Because if I take with a pawn, it makes sure that I can play rook e8 immediately next move. So he has to move like queen, let's just say queen c4. Check, bishop e2. Yeah, he's going to be just fine. So we will take with the queen. I don't want to mess up my pawn structure, but I can't play rook e8 now. Not immediately. We have to set it up first. Okay, so we could set it up with bishop to d7. I wonder if we could play a crazy gambit here, guys. Okay, well, here's what I'm thinking. Bishop g4, sack the bishop, knight c6, threatening rook e8, because now we have the rooks connected. So we're threatening to win the queen. So this is the top priority. So bishop's on g4, knight's on c6. So he has to move his queen. Let's just say queen c4. But then we go with a check. Let's just say for a second he plays bishop e2. Then we take. We actually have a really nice position. Is this a... Oh, this might be an amazing sacrifice. Okay, let's see if I'm missing some obvious defensive idea for him. But bishop there takes 96, so he has to deal with this. Okay. He could play queen d3. No, but then we jump in here. I'm going to do it. This just looks too good to pass up, guys. This looks too good to pass up. Because even though he gets a piece, it comes at a massive loss of time. I literally get 2 pieces developed and a threat of the pin here. That's huge, right? And I'm just losing the bishop that wasn't really doing anything anyway. Not to mention his king is stuck in the center. He can't get this out. He can't get this out. It's like 2 rooks and a knight and a bishop and a queen. He's going for it. He's going for it. It's like 2 rooks, a queen, a knight, and a bishop against a queen and a knight. That's it. Right? I mean, if you just look at those pieces for a second, it's like I have this many extra pieces attacking him. Now, of course, I have to take time to move this here, but no, nope. He's not using all those things. Well, I'm excited about this position. I am so excited about this position. Oh, man. He goes for d4. Okay. So, oh, he wants to play bishop e3. Okay, that's smart. That is smart. I did forget about that. Although, it's not that obvious that it's good for him because I could take this. If he takes with the pawn, then my queen can take. We're threatening this, we're threatening this, we're threatening this, we're threatening this. Okay, that's one option. Another option is we take here, and we are threatening potentially to go bishop f5 and then just jump in on the light squares. So that's a good one too. I don't think rook e8 makes as much sense now because he's going to play bishop e3 anyway, right? Like that's just what he wants to do. He wants to put the bishop there to deal with the problems here. So I think the smart thing is to either cause new problems by taking this knight or by jumping in here. Although, yeah, let's do it. Let's jump in here. I think this is the way. Because he doesn't really want to waste time playing a3. Then my knight's just going to keep jumping around, causing problems. And if he doesn't, okay, he goes bishop e3. Yeah, so now I'm thinking we go bishop f5. And we say, how do you stop this? Rook c1? Nope. I don't think so. I don't see how he's going to stop. Knight e5, check. Nope. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm down a piece, but who cares? I have an amazing position. Pieces don't really matter in chess when you have amazing positions. Okay. So we have two threats. This one is very difficult to stop. Rook c1, I could just go knight d3. Then you have to sack your queen. Well, actually, you don't have. You could sack your queen, I should say. You could sack your queen. And then we actually have a very interesting position. 3 pieces against a queen, which would probably be better for white. So that's something to keep in mind. The other thing I guess you could do is move your king. Let me take this. And then we have a knight and a bishop against a rook, but your king is exposed. The other thing that could happen is I could actually just take this with my knight, hit the rook. I'm not sure if I would want to do that. The other thing that I guess, whoa, he's going to get away from the fork by moving the king immediately. Isn't that interesting? Hey, Joel, welcome to Chess Vibes Academy. Thanks. He's going to go king d2. Not on my radar at all. Okay. So, okay, option number 1, we just take the pawn. We just take the pawn and start clearing the way for the rook. Option number 2, we put a rook there immediately. Take the pawn later if we want. That looks better. Okay, let's go. Now we know where his king is going to be. So this is definitely where I want one of my rooks, and probably the other rook's going to go here. And I'm thinking that we have some long-term compensation that these pieces are stuck, right? It's going to take him at least 3 moves to get those pieces out. So while he's busy figuring that out, I'm going to just try to checkmate him, basically. Okay, he goes for queen c4, does attack my knight. So probably we take it with the knight. Queen b6 to defend, alternatively, is another move. Knight c2, he moves the rook, and then we take the bishop. That doesn't seem very good. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be either this or queen b6. Queen b6 is interesting because we do have this going on. He's probably going to want to play bishop d3 next, or bishop e2, right? So let's just say I take and he goes bishop d3. What's my plan? Knight b6. If I go queen b6 immediately and he plays bishop d3, then I have this. So you can't do that. But is there some sort of like queen c5 shenanigans? That's pretty annoying. Yeah, I mean, maybe we just take bishop d3 and we just play something crazy like c5. We just say, look, I'm just gonna bust this open, right? That's what we have to do. Bishop d3, c5. Because once you get rid of this pawn, a king is in big trouble, I think. c5. If you take with the pawn, I'm really happy. If you take with the queen, I might still be happy. I'm not sure. Takes, check. Or here. No, we don't want to give up the knight. Yeah, this... okay, maybe we go... Wait a second. Maybe we go... Takes, queen takes, and then c5. Because you can't take with the queen. Of course, you don't want to take this way. Or do you? No, that would be losing. I'm going to be able to take... Although, maybe he has time to bring his rook over. Do we... Yeah, that's what's going to happen. See, I kind of like that this lures the queen away, but I'm not sure if that's the best plan. Takes, c5. Let's just say rook d1. I take, he takes. I have to believe that there's going to be some nice tactics there. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Here we go. So we're just down one piece. We're literally just down one piece. A bishop. But we have the totally different situation of the kings. My king is very safe. His king is not. He does have bishop g5, which I just noticed. But I don't think I care about that too much. I have queen b6. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Queen b6 takes. Queen c2, check. I mean, actually not sure if that's good enough to sack a rook, but might have to do it at this point. No, he goes rook c1 instead. Okay, we could take their bishop, queen b6 takes, check. He blocks some sort of a check. He moves. We take back. Okay, not bad. Or we could play knight b4 right away. He moves somewhere. We take. He takes. We play knight c6. That also doesn't look so bad. Man, what do we do, guys? This is not an easy decision at all. Also, knight f4 might not be too crazy. Or rook e8. All right, we got to make a decision. I want to leave some time on the clock for later. So I'm going to go with... I don't know. My instinct is telling me it's knight to b4. Let's go. Could be wrong. It could have been taking, but we're going to try it this way. The thing is, I'm not sure. Is it better to leave the knight there and start the trade now because maybe you want the knight to go somewhere else, or is it better to like just get it out of the way because now the rook is more powerful, right? Like that's what I'm not sure about. Okay, so takes, double check. Okay, we're going to sack the knight. He goes there. I did not see that. Why did I not see that? I knew it was on the radar. Just missed it. Okay. Oops. Oops. That's a big mistake. Big mistake. Okay. So now we're down a rook. Now we're just down a rook. And I just pinned myself. Oh, he's going to play a3. Okay, yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done for, guys. I think I'm throwing this game. Yeah, he just plays it right away. Wow. Wow. I messed this up. I'm sorry, guys. It'll be very interesting to see if Stockfish says there was a way through or not. I feel like there is, and I just didn't see it, but I don't know. Could be wrong. He's gonna just take my piece. I'm running out of pieces now. I'm literally running out of pieces at this point. I'll play Queen G6. Try to sneak in here, hope for some blunder or something. I don't know. Takes with a pawn? Wasn't anticipating that one. Try to get this knight if we can. Yeah, F4 is a good move. Let's go back here. Oh. Why did he play that? Wait, what? He wanted to go... I don't even know if that was a good move, but okay. We'll have to check it. We'll have to check that one. Okay. Well, that's surprising. So there was probably nothing then for me. He takes it. Plays d4. He plays bishop e3. Okay, yeah, so actually, I never really had a chance. But if you're playing against someone who doesn't make any mistakes, you can't really do anything. Yeah, that's the best move. Okay, wow. I don't really know what to say. I guess, wow. It's, all right. Good game, I guess. Okay, here we go. Wait, let me do a check. 2,500. Okay, they've been around for a while, so. They pre-moved this. Whoa. Okay. So this is the center game. Now it's a Danish gambit. And they give back a pawn, which is pretty typical. They fall for a trick. Takes, and I win the queen. Except it's not a trick, because at the end of it, they have a trick. Check, and they win my queen. You guys see that? I'm not going to do it. I think we just go knight c3. I don't actually play this Danish gambit too often, so I'm not 100% sure if this is the right move, but it seems like it should be an okay move. Wait, is this the line where there's some crazy trap? Oh, there's some crazy trap here. We have to go to the bathroom. When I come back, we're going to see if he fell for the trap or not. All right, now, to answer the question, why don't I go to the bathroom in between games? It's because everybody leaves the stream. But if I do it in the middle of a game, more people stick around. So, totally worth it. Okay, did he fall for the trap? So the trap that I was thinking of is knight f6. I don't know if c6 does it still work. Knight f6, the idea is if he takes, we take. He takes, we go checkaroo, and we win the rook. I feel like he fell for it, no? I feel like he fell for it. Let's go. Let's go. I think he's supposed to play like... I don't actually know what he's supposed to play. Some other move that stops this, right? Well, we'll see. We'll check it afterwards. We'll see. Let's see if we caught him. Classic Danish gambit trap. And if he goes here, I think bishop a3 wins the queen. Because you have to move your king away, and I take it. Although, yeah, I take it, and it's with check. It's also with check, yeah, so that doesn't work. So he go, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, very good. So, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. We have the same number of pawns, knight and a bishop, knight and a bishop, rook, rook. I have a rook for bishop. So I did. I caught him in a slight trap. I say a slight trap, like it's not like the game is over, but I have an advantage. So, Danish gambit for the win. Let's put the king here. We want to put a rook here and a bishop here, maybe, and attack him or something. Maybe knight f3. Okay. Very sneaky Danish gambit trap. Yeah, we'll talk about this afterwards because this is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, he wants to go here. I'm going to try to force the king there because okay, perfect. Now I don't have to worry about that. All right, great. Now I can just develop in peace. Can just develop in peace. Let's go knight f3. And I guess we just like bring the rooks over and do this kind of stuff. Let's see. This is maybe a threat. So rook c1 could be an idea. I'm going to play knight d7. I'm going to have to move my bishop. I could play a3. Let's check. You can always go here and play bishop d4. So it's actually not a huge deal now that I look at it. It's not a big deal. Play rook d1. Get the rooks to the open files. Okay, interesting. So he wants to put the knight here. Is a3 a useful move? I think it is, because we get away from this attack. Now my rook is free to move, and his bishop is sort of stuck. He doesn't have a lot of options with the bishop. The knight is going to be annoying, though, if it gets here. You just want to go bishop c3 when on knight c6. Forcing a trade. Forcing a trade. And yeah, I think if we trade some more pieces, the power of the rook becomes more evident, and we'll be able to hopefully use our pawn majority here. We have 4 against 2. So at the end of the game, it's always important that you're thinking about the pawn majorities, right? Like he's got 3 against 1. I have 4 against 2. Let's be careful here. Let's be careful here, because if we play a move like g3, we're in trouble. Bishop g4 pins me, then knight d4 is coming in. We don't want to mess with that, so... Is king f1 the move? Yeah, let's get the king back there to defend. If I could trade... If I could either trade this knight for this knight, or this knight for this bishop, I think that would be ideal. Maybe I'll play h3 and g4. Put the pawns on light squares to try to limit this guy a little bit. You have to be careful. Excuse me. You have to be careful, because if they're on light squares, they can also be attacked by the bishop. They could be targets, but then they're also like controlling squares that the bishop could otherwise go to, which could be a good thing too. So it depends kind of what you're trying to accomplish and where the bishop is. If the bishop like gets behind and starts eating them up, that's bad. If the bishop can't do that, then it might be good. So that's what I'm thinking about anyway. Also, this square on d4, if I ever move my knight, or even if he just like trades, this knight's going to be a monster. We have to... stay on the lookout for that. h4 trying to get my knight on g5 looks tempting, but I think he would just stop me. And then what? You know? Then what? Knight here to here to here looks tempting as well. But then it allows his knight to just get this massive... I don't know what to do. I don't want to use up all my time either. This is a tough spot. Let's play h4. I think he's going to play h6, and then I have to I'll probably play g3, just because I don't want to leave my king stuck here. Yep. It does open up this, though, so I need to make sure I have a move for that. I think we just move the rook, get out of the pin, so that my knight is free to move. Okay. So bishop g4, we move the rook. I'm going to go here, threatening this, getting away from the pin, allowing my knight to move. It does open up the d file, though, which I don't love. I could play rook d2 instead. If I want to keep the d file, I don't get a threat. It's probably also good. What we have to avoid is getting pinned and then the knight jumping in and hitting us. Oh, c4, did not see that. Or I should say, did not even consider that. What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? What's he doing? If I go here, he's going to pin me. What to do? What to do? Knight d4, rook d8. Maybe I should just play king e1 just to defend my rook. Would that be a smart thing? I don't like what's happening with these pawns, though. Like, if these pawns get rolling, we might be in trouble. b5, b4 is very dangerous for us here. Because the bishop is in perfect position to support those pawns, right? If he gets these two pawns here, no, he goes for this instead. Okay. Let me go here. And if I see an opportunity to sack my rook for the knight and the pawn, I'm probably going to do it. Not sure if that's a mistake or not, but... Can I just take this? Oh, no, my knight. My knight. Yeah, do we sack it or is it a bad decision? Yeah, it's a bad decision. Okay, hold on. Maybe we go rook here. No, but then he takes, and takes this. But it forces the trade. It does force the trade. And then my rooks are probably pretty good. As long as I don't walk into a fork. Okay. All right, let's go here. And I'm putting the pressure on these weak points. Of course, if he takes me, I'm trading. And at least temporarily the pawns are stopped. Because if you try to push, I'll take it. So that's a good thing. The bishop now seems a little bit misplaced. It was better there. Okay, he does take. Okay, yeah, he's just going right back for that plan. So how do I stop this? Is the question, right? It's not easy, is it? Do I just run with the king over there? Maybe we just run with the king and then we try to push our pawns with f4, f5. Gotta be careful with the rook coming down here, though. Wait, what is his plan if I do this? He's gonna go here? Really? Takes, takes, takes. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Let's see. F5, king here, takes. Rook F takes. But I can make another pawn. I should be winning that, no? Could even go check here. No, because okay, hold on. If I can put the rook on f1, push this, we win. As long as my king can stop these pawns, which it should be able to. His rook can never move because we get a queen. My king's in perfect position to stop these guys. Should be a win for me, I think. Oh, what if he plays h5, though? What happens if he plays h5, guys? This move. But then I can defend on this pawn as well. I probably have too many pawns. But if he takes and then plays h5, things are not easy for me. I mean, it's not easy for him either, but If I get g4 and it's over, he's not going to let me. He's going to do that. Oh, interesting. Interesting move. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Check. We go back. Don't think it matters. Rook b8, check, queen. Do I lose that? What's he doing? What's he doing? He's throwing the game. This guy is throwing the game. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because now he just lost everything. He just lost everything. Yes, yes. Should be a win, right? Bring my king up. All right, I could even push. I could even push and get a queen. What am I saying? Doesn't really matter. Yes. I think he had an interesting try there, though. If he would have brought his rook over, threatening checkmate. When he had the... Did I get bamboozled? Oh no! I got bamboozled. Now I have to play this position. Oh, Nelson, what did you do? What did you do, dude? Why did you let this happen? Why did you let this happen? This guy's so tricky. He's so tricky. Shoot! Ah! Nelson! Nelson! What have you done? What have you done? No! No! Well, we have a lot to talk about. Ah, how did he do that? How did he do that? Okay, first things first. First things first. I think this was the opening trap. Yes, it was. He blundered. He's supposed to play knight d7 to stop that. He falls right into it. Okay. There's the trap. Great. We have an advantage, but it's not like... I mean, you can see the evo bar. It's a slight advantage. And then I was doing okay. I saw this line. Yeah, and Stockfish says h5 is the move. You have to cement these pawns and not let me push. So I was on track there. Instead, he goes for this, which somehow is supposed to still be equal. Yeah, right here, I thought he could play this move. Was I mistaken? Rook f4 check, king here. Oh, and then I just go back. Okay, that's what I was going to play, but I didn't know it was so winning for me. Okay. So he does this instead. I come up, and it's over. It is literally over. The game is over. How did I mess this up? Rook F2, G4, G5. I should have played it immediately when I had it. I should have played it immediately. I didn't see it until a move later. But G7 just wins, because if you take... Actually, yeah, if you take, I have to go check first. That's the detail that I missed here. But still, then I get a queen. Okay, I think I would have seen that. So he goes for this. Oh, that's the wrong move. I'm supposed to just keep this setup, bring my rook up, and then run with my king. That's the easy way. Bring my rook up, and then I can just run with my king or something. Instead, I thought this was winning, which it is, to be fair. But I needed to go king e3. Ah, my king needs to be a little closer. This is still winning. Let's check the table base. Yeah, this is winning. It's just, it's one of those end games that you never see it. Man. And with 12 seconds, like, there's no way. I don't even think Magnus Carlsen could win. Maybe he could. I don't know. But 12 seconds, probably not enough time. And there's this, by the way, guys, there's this, watch this. I want to show you something. If I play the move king f6, do you see what black can do? You guys see what black can do if I play king f6 here? Yeah, this is like one of the ideas of how black can get a draw in some of these positions. Rook e6 skewers me and sets up this stalemate. It's a stalemate. He can't move anywhere. I knew that was one of the tricks, so I didn't go there. I did something else, but I couldn't figure out. So what you have to do to win this is you have to like somehow get a position where it forces him to move his rook somewhere far away, and then you fork it and you win the game. But it's not easy to do that in theory. Yeah, apparently I had to go king here. Wait, it's not my turn. Here, king d7. And like, for example, if he goes here, boom, there's what you need, right? So he can't do that. If he goes, let's just say here, now you have to go check. He has to stay next to the rook. You again bring the king. Same kind of a deal. If he tries to move his rook, there's a, you know. But yeah, to see this with no time on the clock, it's not realistic. Oh, that one hurts, guys. That one hurts. We would have had 10 points. And then I was afraid I was going to lose on time, so I just had to take the draw. But I didn't see mate in 32. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go. E5, D5. Another elephant gambit. Another elephant gambit. Wow. So many elephant gambits. Okay. We'll pre-move the push. If they want to take it. We've got them thinking already. That's a good sign. I think what we can say from this stream, though, is that it's really not bad to just move your two pawns forward, no matter what. Like, just move them forward and then start developing your pieces quickly, right? Like, you can't really go wrong. He plays d4. He plays d4. Okay. So this actually transposes to the game that I played earlier, right? Didn't I play this game? What happened in that game? No, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure this is the exact game we played, right? Oh yeah, this person played knight c4, and I was like, go ahead, take it. And then, oh, was that the game? Was that the game where I moved my knight to c8? And then I won with checkmate when he tried to flag me. Was that the same game? I think it was, right? Okay, well, we get a different move anyway, so it's not going to be the same. But I was just trying to remember. Okay. Bishop f4. So we have to be... Actually, I don't really have to be that careful, do I? Do I have to be careful? No, let's just bring out my knight. Get ready to castle. We've had some good games this stream, though. Had that crazy trap against the last guy, Danish gambit trap. We had the international master who sacked the queen, where we could have won if I would have taken the other rook instead of the one in the corner, right? We had that one. We had the guy we had the mouse slip that led to should have been a draw, ended up being a win because of the I mean, lots of good games this one. Okay, he goes knight to d2. What's he doing? What's he doing? He wants to take my pawn, maybe? I don't really know. He wants to go here, probably. That's fine. I think we castle. It's important to get the king to safety. And then figure out how we're going to develop this guy. I actually have a lead on time for once in my life. He's probably going to go here. Or maybe bishop e2. I guess bishop c4 could be a move. No, bishop e2. Okay. He wants a castle. Fine. If I go knight c6, what happens? What happens? He takes me. I take him. I have double pawns, but I get to use an open file. If he ever takes me, then I can fix my pawns. So it's probably not so bad. I could bring out this bishop as well. I could play rook e8. Could put the knight here instead. And then try to play like c5 at some point. Okay, I'm going to go knight c6. I'm going to take the double pawns if they want to do it. Because a lot of times you can like trade off the double pawns, push them forward, trade them off, and it's not as bad as it looks. And it gets rid of this pesky knight in the center. So, you know, it's probably an even trade, roughly. If you do the monthly plan for breaking 1500, is it like renting it or? Oh, no, it's like financing it. Yeah, you own it after, I think it's like 3 months. Is it 3 months? Yeah, you own it afterwards. Yeah, good question. By the way, if you haven't bought it yet, I would say wait for the Black Friday sale. It's coming very soon. There's going to be like some bonus courses and stuff. So, although actually I think people who bought it recently will still get access to the bonus course. So it's about the same either way. It might be a little bit of a discount. I'm not sure what we're going to price it at yet, but there is going to be a sale coming is what I'm trying to say. Okay, knight c4. So he's going for the bishop. Wow. I guess the first question I have, guys, is, and you always want to like ask yourself these questions, is can you just take this? Can you just take this pawn? Because if the queen takes, I do have a check and I'm attacking the queen. Now the queen could move, but I would take it. It could move, but I would take it. It could block. I would still take the queen and it's pinned. Bishop d2. You can move your king. No, I win the queen. So if I take, they cannot take back. Okay, so the next question we would want to ask ourselves is, what if they take my bishop? And then I'm not sure what I would do because I would have 3 options, really. At least 3 options. Let's start with option number 1, queen takes. That looks scary because of knight g6 hits my queen. Don't think that's going to be good for us. Although queen c5, we lose a rook, but then we get a fork and we get a rook. He takes me, I take him. It's probably good for me. So actually, maybe I could get away with queen d6. But the other move of knight e2 is interesting as well. His knight is sitting here. I'm attacking this. So let's say he takes me, then I take him. I got a free pawn. I did. I think we win a pawn, guys. I think however you slice it, we win a pawn. Am I missing an important detail? I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm going for it. You guys see it, right? You always have to be paying attention to these little discovered check kind of a deal thing. And it's a weird one, okay? It's a weird one because normally you couldn't get away with this. Because normally if you tried this, the queen would just take you, right? But not in this position because there's a random knight on c4. So nope, doesn't work. And c3 looks like it defends the queen, but it doesn't. I just take it anyway. Now he would get 2 pieces for the queen in that position, but still, queen's better than 2 pieces, right? So I should do it. So I think we got him, guys. I think we got him with the sneaky tactic there. Now, it's only a pawn, so it's not like the game is over, but something. A pawn is a pawn. Okay, he's going to go for this line. So yeah, now we have to calculate again. So option 1, we take the bishop. And I believe he would be forced to take back because we are threatening this guy at that moment. Like if he tried something else like this, let's just say, then I would trade the queens and take this piece. Wait, am I up a piece in that situation? I guess I'm not. But I'd be up a pawn still, so that would be fine. Alternatively, we go with this one. If he tries to move his knight somewhere to g6, I already said I have queen c6. Oh, 97. I don't have queen c6. Okay, queen c5. I have queen c5. I have queen c5. Okay, so takes. Yeah, I think that works. He could play c3, but he just take his knight. Still up a pawn. I'm just not sure like if it mattered. Like they both seem pretty good. I mean, I guess technically I don't really love putting myself into this threat because he might deal with it some other way. Yeah, so maybe this is the way to go. Maybe this is the way to go. And I think when the dust settles, I'm going to just be up my extra pawn. Okay? If I didn't make a mistake somewhere along the way, you should just have an extra pawn here. So let's see. This is such a weird position if you think about it. Like my knight is just over here. His knight is just here. It's his turn. I don't know what's going on with these pieces. I mean, this is... It just... I don't know why. It's fascinating to me when you get these like unnatural looking positions in chess. Like if somebody just came in right at this moment, like how did they get this position, you know? I'm going to take with the pawn because I want to kind of use these guys in the center here. So I think we just push it. I think we just push it. Okay, so we are up the pawn. Feeling pretty good about the position. Our king is already castled, which is nice. We're threatening maybe queen a5 check. Opposite color bishop, something to keep an eye on, right? It always, like if you imagine if these knights get traded, this is a very interesting dynamic. Because this bishop is always going to be able to control these squares, and I can't do anything about it. But I'm going to be able to control all these squares. Sorry. No, these squares. and white can't do anything about it. So it's pretty interesting how that works out. Okay, I think we go queen b6, and I'm attacking here, but I'm also maybe threatening like bishop g4, which the queen doesn't really have too many options, I don't think. Queen e3, we could play like d4 and then just push and checkmate the king. Okay, knight to b3. So yeah, we could play it now. The question is, am I pushing them too far, too fast, without enough support? If you castle queenside, I have bishop g4, right? f3 takes. Actually, that's kind of annoying. I have rook e8, though. Wow. I can also play a5, a4. But no, I think he wants to castle and sink his knight here, right? That seems like what white is trying to do. There's also bishop e5 I have to watch out for. All right, let's go. Let's go. I might be getting a bit too ambitious here, but I'm thinking that if you do castle, I'm going to play like c3 and just sack the pawn to open up the king, right? So I don't think that's realistically a good option for white. So if they try to get away, then we just keep attacking. Bishop g4. We put the rooks behind the pawns and we push them. Okay, he goes that way. Okay. So let's go ahead. Get a piece out there. You can't play f3 because of this. So he sidesteps. This. No, it doesn't work. So I think we have to go here. Yep, so we defend the pawn. He's getting away from that, so he wants to play f3, I guess. I think we just get another rook. So now we've got some serious ideas, okay? If he ever pushes either of these pawns, like, you got to be really careful, right? You're white here, okay? So I think we just go... See, here, g4 back, he attacks me, that's fine. I like this, right? I'm keeping this rook from coming here. I think that's important, so let's keep it like that. Of course, if white really wants to, they can do this, but then they have to totally expose their king. I might even consider just sacking my knight in that case. Okay, doesn't do it. The question is, what do I do now? I have a good position, but what do I do? It's not so easy, is it? I'm going to try to play like a5, a4, use my rook to help. Also, you never know when you might want to attack with it, right? Bishop f3, rook h5. I mean, that's probably too ambitious. Ah, but if I play queen e6, then bishop f3 actually becomes a legit move with rook h5 in the air as well. Ooh. Queen e6, guys. Queen to e6. Bishop f. That is nasty. That's actually very nasty. It's nasty because once the bishop's on f3, you pin the pawn. So the pawn doesn't defend anymore. See that? So then we're threatening to just checkmate. Of course, they can move their king, but then I wonder if we have some tactics. So a5, a4, or do I go queen e6 and try this bishop f3 move? Can I push this now, actually? I can also push that. The problem with queen e6 is I lose my pawn, actually. No, we can't do that. We lose our pawn. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I gotta make a move here, so let's do that. He goes there. Let's attack it. Attack it. Let's try not to lose on time also. Oh, 94 was what I would like to do, but I can't. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, guys. We can do this. We can do this. It's kind of like a bullet game now. This guy thinks he can get away with that. Maybe he can. Ah, shoot. It's these positions where you're so good, but you just don't see like the way forward, and you end up wasting all your time and flagging. It's so annoying. Not get back rank mated, guys. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Oh, oh, yes. 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 Let's go. Let's go. Got him. We got him. Never a dull moment. Okay, so yeah, he blunders. He blunders the pawn. Okay. I did see it. Brilliant move. Great. So yeah, Stockfish says the best thing to do now is just say, look, I lost a pawn. Let me castle, and the game goes on. Instead, he goes for this. Okay, queen takes d6 was a little bit better. I'm not totally sure why. c3, knight takes e2, queen takes e2, rook e8. Oh, it's because this annoying threat here, I guess, and then we just keep the pressure on it. And eventually, yeah, wow, white, because we're threatening this at some point, and white doesn't have a good way to deal with that. Okay, interesting. So I made a little mistake there with knight e2. Oh, bishop g4 was not the move. Interesting. Ooh, e3 is winning. e3 takes. Queen moves somewhere. e2. Rook d1. Wow. Look at Stockfish. Look at Stockfish. Queen. It's pinned. It's forcing a trade. Wow. Okay. Wasn't quite ready for that. Was a little late to the party. Then rook h5 was a bad idea. Yeah. Stockfish says, look, this is where all the action is. You don't need your rooks sitting over here. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, I just needed to go queen d8. Okay. But as long as you get a fork at the end, doesn't really matter, does it? He was totally going to flag me if he didn't fall for this. He was totally going to flag me. 2474. We've got a lot of brilliant moves this stream, I think. I think this king pawn, queen pawn opening is the way to go if you need some brilliant moves. You just throw them out there. Just throw them out there and sack your pieces. Okay. 2100. 2100s are very dangerous. You guys remember the other stream that we played? Even if I win, I get 2 points. Okay, so Smith-Mora Gambit. Not what I wanted to play, but all right, it's fine. He plays d5. I'm just going to take this. Because if you take here, you're in trouble because knight g5. So he doesn't do that. He does this. Do I just take it to like an endgame maybe? Or I play bishop g5 here. Knight c3 here. If the knight comes out, I'm going to have to pin it. We could play knight c3. Let's play knight c3. Because I still have this tactic, right? Okay, well, I don't want to lose my queen, so I'll take it. And that looks like a free pawn to me. So I'll take it. And is it a free pawn? Let's make sure. Is it a free pawn? There's a check, but we can just go back. We can just go back. Not a big deal. Nobody needs to panic. Nobody needs to panic. Let's see. Bishop c6. We can always just trade everything. Yeah, it should be a free pawn. Okay. This one? Okay. This guy's playing a speech as a game. All right. So that's defended. Do we have any tag? No. Okay. So we got our pawn, and I guess we just go back. The question is where? Go back to where? D3, G5, H5, D2, D1. I mean, I could go all the way back to D1. That feels a little bit weird. Maybe E4, because then we keep control of this diagonal, at least temporarily. I like that. Nice in the center. Gives me all the options. Let's do it. We'll go to E4. Okay, so he's trying to stop me from castling, which is generally a smart thing to do. If I play c4, then I have to worry about bishop b4 check stuff. Maybe I'm still okay after bishop d2, but let's see if there's something better than that. How about just like bishop g5? Just attack the queen, because the queen is stuck guarding the rook. So bishop g5 and then rook d1, and the queen's going to have to do something awkward, as far as I can tell. So bishop g5, let's say he plays f6. No, then queen e6. Okay, let's go bishop g5. Of course, queen a5 check, I'm pretty sure. Okay, he's already ready. Queen c8. Okay. I could even castle. I could castle, which is a nice threat. Okay, let's do it. It's a little bit risky, but I'm okay with that. It's risky because there's open files. The reason I'm okay with that is because I have a lead in development. And that's an awful move. Because after we take it, there's a fork. Yeah. Okay. They were playing way too fast. They were playing way too fast. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. 96.9. I like it. All right. Let's go. Let's go. I think it's time for another bathroom gambit. Let me wait for the game to start, and then we'll play it. Okay, E5, D5. I've played this guy before. Wait, what happened here? E4, E5, knight F3, G. Oh, he plays knight C3. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. Knight C3. That's probably a good move. I guess we take this. And the question I have now is, can I get away with something like F5, or is that just way too ambitious? Is that way too ambitious, guys? F5. Oh, I think this is a super tricky line. If you studied this, we might be in trouble. Is there a way that I could play something a little bit safer, but still kind of aggressive? What about knight c6? Bishop b5, queen d5? Takes. Yeah, I don't think I should play f5 without some studying ahead of time. Let's play knight c6. We'll check this with the engine. Maybe it is a good way to play, but it just looks super scary. Because I think there's some like knight e5, and then it just gets totally wild. Maybe there's queen e7. I don't know, but I just have a bad feeling about it. This one, okay. Queen d5 is probably fine. And if he takes me, I think I'm taking with the pawn. Because I like my queen in the center. I guess I could take with the queen, actually. No, I like the queen there. Let's take with the pawn. Oh, he goes queen e2. Okay. So what do we do now? Bishop d7, bishop g4. Takes, knight moves. This might be coming under attack. We could play bishop d6 just to defend it. But then what happens? Is my queen getting trapped? I don't know. It looks like it is. What is this? We could play knight f6 as a move. Takes. Let's play knight f6. Oh, wait, but there's knight c3. Hold on. Knight f6, knight c3, queen back. He's going to take and take. Maybe I do need to pin this knight to take some pressure off of this. Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay, there, knight c3, we can move. Yeah, maybe that's the way. Although, can he still take it? Hold on. Well, this is really tricky, actually, guys. I feel like I'm maybe missing something. Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Okay, this can't be bad, right? Bishop g4, it can't be a bad move. Let's just play it. Overthinking, guys. I'm overthinking. You can't overthink when you play the bathroom gambit. You just can't do it. So I want to castle. I still want to develop these. I do think I need to look at this knight c3 move, though, because this one is very tricky, and I feel bad not knowing what to do. I think last time I played this guy, yeah, they were not such high rated. I think they were like 23 something, or maybe even 22. Okay. Option 1. If I take it now, what happens? He takes my queen, I take his queen. He takes me check. I go here, he takes my rook. Take his bishop, so he trades first. No, he can't trade first. Yeah, as far as I can tell, this is fine. I think he's going to take with the pawn, and then I'm going to play queen somewhere. Where's my queen going to go? Maybe d6. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it works. And the reason is because even though, like, for example, you get a rook, I'm going to get 2 pieces, maybe even 3 pieces. You can't give away all your pieces like that. So there's no chance he's going to do that. There's no chance. Well, I guess, okay, I guess you could take, and then take with your bishop, maybe. But then I have time to castle or whatever, and I'm happy. So I think he's going to take with the pawn. Pretty sure. Yes. Okay, so let's just put the queen here. Okay. Let's bring out the knight, I think. Uh-huh. Can't go there because of the pin, but if we castle, then that does become an option. The thing about castling is he's going to take, and if I take with a queen, I guess we have a pin, so I don't lose a pawn. Okay, now he's got that. So yeah, we can actually castle and take with the queen and be okay. So well, there we go. Take with the queen here. And somehow, white is the one with the messed up pawns. So long term, this could be a nice positional advantage for us. Okay, now we can go knight d4. He takes, I take. That seems reasonable. That seems reasonable. I don't know where the knight's going to go. I guess to e4. Check. He moves, or I go here and attack the bishop. Where's the bishop going, guys? Doesn't have a ton of options, does it? Also, we could go here. Check. I can go knight d5, though. Okay, hold on. Think about this, Nelson. Think about this for a minute. Here, he's going to put the bishop on c4. I'm seeing that now. So if the bishop's going on c4, where do I need my pieces to be? Maybe here is good. Maybe a knight on d5. I wonder if I could play f5. Is that too risky? Is f5 too risky? I think I should get this bishop out first, though. Let's get the bishop out so we don't have any back rank mate problems. This is defended. That's fine. Bishop can sit comfortably over here. I think we can just block this with g6, or maybe now's the time to play f5 before the rook comes in. So if I play f5, where's the knight going? No. Could go here. You could go here. Actually, that's annoying. But then I have the rook coming over. Maybe I pin it first. Check. Ooh, that's a nice tactic. Whoa. That's a beautiful tactic. Okay, you can't do that, Nelson. All right. All right. Let's play g6 then. That if I played rook rook e8, he could take, check. And when I take it back with anything, I lose my rook. Beautiful tactic. I almost fell for it. Now, maybe I could have played f5 and still gotten my piece back, but that I don't know if that's as good. Yeah, because then his bishop's going to just sit on e4. Yeah, no, that would have been a really nice move. Okay, let's get away from any of those crazy tactics because that was super dangerous. Now I can actually go here if I want. Okay. Rook g5. Ooh. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. I feel like I'm spending too much time. I am threatening a few things, though. I'm threatening a few things. Ooh, F5. Did he fall for F5? Did he fall for it? That's just a rook. I don't have to let that happen. I can just take the rook. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably take this. Okay, very good. Very good. As long as we don't get flagged. Easier said than done, by the way. Let me defend that. Okay, let's defend the pawn. Let's go here. Okay, so how do we win this, guys? Without losing on time? That's the question, right? You bring my bishop back here. Watch out for the forks. Watch out for the forks. I might sack. Although, I don't know if I have enough to win if I do that. Let me get my king safer first. Let me do that first. Get the king safe. Let me just play a6 so I have somewhere to run over here. I don't actually know if I need that, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe I just attack the pawn. Okay. Should be an easy win if I don't do something crazy and get forked. Or let him take this. Probably shouldn't let that happen, right? That's a fork, but I don't know if it's a big deal. Maybe it's a big deal. I don't know. The time is a bigger deal. I gotta get these pawns going fast, I think. Okay, I gotta get the king over here as well. Probably a draw now because the opposite color bishops, man. Ah. Ah. Too slow. Ah. Can't believe this. Bathroom gambit, man. No, it's not even the bathroom gambit. I was totally winning that. I just messed it up. I just messed that up. Really lame way to lose. All right, let's see what we had to do. So he just blunders this fork, absolutely blunders it. And I should have taken the... Okay, so I was afraid of doing this because I thought it might give him a chance with... Well, yeah, I just go back and he still has the same problem. So that was the way to go. This was not as good. But even still, we're fine. And then here, I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, I was going to play rook g4, and then I was like, well, after this, what's the deal? And then you just push. You just push and you win. This can't do anything to me. Man, that's it. That's all I had to do. Push the pawn. How's he going to stop this? He has no way to stop this. That's so easy, guys. It's so easy. That one kind of hurts. Oh boy, another 24.75. Okay. Played this before. We've played this before. Okay. We'll take this. We'll go here. Can I play e5, guys? And say, yeah, we should be able to do that, right? And if he plays bishop d7, we take it. Okay, so now we can just attack it again. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's this, like, pawn sacrifice stuff. I don't really remember, but probably should just take with the knight and have the bishop here. I'm up a pawn, but he is going to get some counterplay, I suppose. Okay, so hold on. If we take, he's going to take with the knight, and he's going to basically say, look, I'm down a pawn, but I have nice open files for my pieces. You're behind in development. If I let this happen, then rook c8. Let's go bishop d2. I feel like it's going to be important to have this defended. And, yeah, because you know the knight's going to be moving, and then you're going to have some problems with this, right? So, yeah, I'm actually tempted to castle. Question is... The question is, should I take the bishop first and then castle, or should I just castle right away? Knight c5. Okay. Let's take it. He doesn't want to trade queens. So he's going to take with the knight. All right, let's go. Let's go. So this is kind of scary, but we are up a pawn. So if we can force some trades, we're going to be fine. It's just a question of, can we do that, right? I feel like I looked at some theory on this like a long time ago, but it's definitely been a while. Okay, that's a pretty good move, actually. That's a very good move. Probably should not get checkmated. So let's defend. I don't think he's going to take this because of... Actually, maybe he could take that. I was going to say I have maybe I have some discovered things, but I guess there's a check. Bishop g5. Rook here, 94, 95. Wow, this is a total mess, isn't it? I mean, I could take this pawn. I don't know if it's a good decision or not, but I could do it. Let's take it. Let's take the pawn. Oh, okay. Here's a funny checkmate. Takes, check. I go here. He sacks his queen. I take. Checkmate. The only thing is, after takes, check, I think I could just go back here. I don't think it works, but that was a interesting one. He goes 95. He wants to go here with the knight. I have to... get serious about what I'm going to do here. 94 bishop c3 is what I would like to do, but... he's also threatening this check. Like, I don't even know if I can play 94. Wow. All right, guys, this is bad. This is really bad. I don't know if b3 is a move. Like, it sort of looks awful on one hand, but on the other hand, at least it shuts down the rook. And maybe the knight. So, like, as bad as it looks, opening up these, I'm almost tempted to do it. I might really regret this decision, though. All right, let's go. Let's go. Because I was just envisioning so many different lines where he sacks his rook and checkmates me, and now you can't do that. So it actually solves a lot of problems. Yeah, it gives me some problems too, but if you solve the bigger ones and you give yourself some smaller problems, maybe it's worth it. I don't know. That's my logic. We'll see if that's correct or not. Because if I buy myself like a little bit of time here, then maybe I can actually like start putting some pressure on his position. Sure, that seems like a reasonable move. Okay, so I feel like we need to get the rook into the game. Rook f1 or rook e1. Also feel like this knight could be valuable if I find the right place to put it. Okay, so 94, what's happening there? Where's the queen going to go? I don't know. I do not know. Oh, but I'm pinned, so he's got 93 stuff. Ooh. Oh. Dude, this is bad. This is so bad. Rookie 1, rookie 2. Is he going to sack this? Go check. I have the rook. I don't know what's going on, guys. I really have no idea what's going on. I think he wants to do this, actually. I think he wants to do that and take here, right? Yeah, that looks pretty dangerous for me. Although I say that, I think it's actually not that bad. I just... Well, maybe he wants to take with the rook first and have the bishop left. But even that, I still think I'm surviving. All right, let's go rook f1. Because the queen... If I move the queen, maybe there's some way to, like, set up... I don't know. I really don't know. Not entirely tracking with this position. Okay. So he takes that. So can I take this pawn and then try to get rid of the knight to take on f2? I mean, is that even good for me? Sometimes in chess, you just have to play moves and hope that it works out. And this is one of those situations where, like, I don't really feel like this is a good move, but I also don't see anything better. So we take it. We hope that it's good. We hope that there's like a trade somewhere along the way. And then we get to an endgame where we have like 3 pawns, right? And we win. He might end up having 3 pawns too, which is kind of funny. If we can make this knight move, the thing is, this isn't even that big of a threat. He just moves, and then it's like, okay, now what? Okay, let's try to trade queens if possible. I'm gonna go here, I think. Queen c6. Can I? Can I get away from the checks by going on the light square? There's no more check. We defend this. Maybe we can reroute the bishop at some point. The knight's still kind of loose though, but temporarily I think we're okay. And if he does do that, we do have this check, which... Ah, so he goes to b7 instead. Okay. Yeah, all right. Again, why did I go there? I couldn't tell you. It's a move to play. I don't really know. This position is so bad. I don't really know what to do. I guess I'm thinking it gives my king somewhere to run to, so I don't get checkmated as easily, but feels pretty bad. Is he going to sack the rook and come in with the queen? Is he going to sack the knight and come in with the bishop or the rook? Is he going to sack the knight here? Is he going to sack something else? I don't know. It's the rook. It is the rook. Takes. Ah, he has 93. I can't even take it. Wow, that's a good move. Okay, so I have to sack this back and hope that it works out for me, right? Takes, check here. You guys saw that, right? If I moved the knight, this was a fork because the pin. Sorry, the pin here. I have to get rid of that knight at all costs. And we are threatening his rook. So if he just... Okay, so he goes check. So we have to go here. Right, yeah, that's smart. It is smart. Okay, so this is interesting because I do have the do have two pawns over here. So this is not over yet. Mm-hmm. Problem is I don't know if I can move any of them without... Well, I have to try, right? I'm going to run out of time, so we have to try and see what happens. See if I can get away from this pin and actually use my pieces, right? Very interesting endgame. Plan is to go here. Then my knight should be able to move, and that's where it gets tricky for him. Okay. Oh, it's a good move. I didn't see that. Ah. Should have went to E2. Man. Why didn't I go to E2, guys? What am I doing? Guess I just resign? I don't know. Man, it's over. I don't... I should have went to E2. Maybe I had a chance. Now it's just dead lost. Yeah. Okay. So bishop d2 was the wrong move. I needed to just get my king out of there. I don't know why I decided to castle this way, but that was totally a bad decision. If I just castle this way and play this position, I'm fine. I am actually totally fine. Made an awful decision to do this. Yeah, immediately just gave him an advantage. Oh, Stockfish actually said I could play king c1. Let him take this and then knight e4. Wow. That just looks... that looks really scary. Apparently, I'm going to be able to survive and the game goes on. But it's not good. Well, guys, we started at 24:57. We're ending at 24:60. I played for 3 hours and got 3 points. So that's going to do it for me, guys. I've noticed if I play longer than 3 hours, the quality of my play just goes down, 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 down. I mean, we're already kind of starting to see it. I just mentally get tired and don't like make good decisions. Like, for example, like this idea to play bishop d2 and castle queenside. Like, why would I do that? Why would I think that that's a good idea, right? Thanks, Steven. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good one. See you next time. This was a fun stream. I mean, I must say, like, of all the moves to start a game with, this seems to be like a very consistent way to do it. Just throw your 2 pawns forward and then develop your knights and bishops as fast as you can and look for crazy tactics. Like, it's a pretty good strategy. I think we've done this one more time on the stream, and it was like same kind of thing. I won a lot of games. So, must be something to that. All right, guys. See you next time. Stay sharp, play smart, take care.